We were gearing up for a bunch of live events, and suddenly those live events are being pushed to 2021, but that there seemed to be, because of work from home, because of some things even like Zoom, that there seemed to be an uptick of capacity use. Are we running the risk of running out of capacity, or are we just sort of testing the market, testing the models to see how they do?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think similar to Peter's comment, we'd actually planned very aggressive expansion build outs for the first half of 2020. So that was already, that was planned back last year. So no changes to that. I will say that, some of the expansion plans, both in terms of, with the sort of two dimensions, there's increased capacity. And then there's, of course, always we're looking for new locations and new peering relationships. So certainly we have tried to bring those as far forward in 2020 as we can. What I think we have seen is some regional hotspots, and we found, in certain regions, and I'm thinking, India is a great example. Literally, as we deploy additional capacity, those servers are just pegged, right? They're just full. And we wouldn't normally expect that, right? We'd see a more gentle ramp. We want to get capacity in, and then the consumption patterns follow that. So that's really, I think, one area is just, we almost like the build it, they will come. And we have, maybe it's not irrational, but we do have, content providers come to us and say, well, how much capacity can you give us? We'll take it all. Right? What sort of guarantees can you give us? And we're not there are a few customers that have asked those sorts of questions in the past, but we're seeing it from customers that we wouldn't normally expect it from, those that are actually more regional and smaller in nature.
In terms of planning, because we are the new kid on the block, we are, always growing. But also we've been planning for the same events that Peter mentioned. We've built out our network pretty substantially in the last 18 months already, so it didn't catch us out. There's also, there's been a trade-off as well, because while we see an uptick in certain customers, we also see a substantial down in others as well. Now, we do a lot of streaming. And so overall, it went steeply up and to the right. So, but in terms of capacity, we were fine. We saw some really substantial increases from certain countries. Italy doubled. United Kingdom was over 75% increase. So, it was good in terms of it filled our pipes very nicely, but it didn't hurt us in any way.
Okay, good.
I do want to say, though, that there was still some very busy people ensuring that things were routed correctly, to ensure that we were leveraging all the right peering and transit relationships, so that that was as seamless as it was for the people that needed it.